The other thing that's most important, I think, here is the double mobility. The Bandit Jaeger, the very, very mobile roamers, are incredibly powerful here on the plane because of how quick you can get up and down the whole map and how tight these corners are. So it is, whereas a lot of maps, it's, okay, fire at them from range. Now I've got quite a long time to run back around my corner and get to another safe spot. It's here, it's you fight and you don't immediately get the kill, or they don't immediately kill you. They only have to walk 2 or 3 steps before they can peek down that corner again. So if you have to reposition, you've got to be quick to get out of that spot.
Yeah.
And so these guys are very, very good.
So they have gone to the top, and Orbital have not got a glass. So interesting.
I don't think
No
the glass doesn't, the lack of glass doesn't surprise me at all, but the lack of shield, to be honest, does surprise me a
Well, I
little bit.
said that because I believe, I can't remember if it was console, but we did think they were going to go shield, and they didn't go shield too much. So I mean, it makes sense to go shield just because it's got loads of tight corners. Yeah. And again, if you lose Thermite, how are you going to push them corners?
Even without Thermite, like I just don't feel like Sledge is particularly wonderful here. Yes, having an assault rifle he's got a really good weapon, but the assault rifles do not have much of a benefit over SMGs in this because of the range SMGs have in this tight space, and with how easy it is to reinforce basically every single wall to these bomb sites, there isn't anything for you to sledge. So I'd argue that taking a shield gives so much more benefit to your team.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, yeah, Ash is probably better than Sledge on this this map. I would agree with that. Yeah. Let's see how what Orbit does anyway, because it is their map, as we did say.
Exactly, this is their map, so they've picked the Fantastic Five. They're clearly confident with it and have a practice strategy for it.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what it is.
So, Digital is being droned out completely, and we see players coming from either side of this entrance, keeping an eye on him. They immediately actually try and bypass him. Godkin will finish him off. Down Digital goes.
Oh, nice.
Using that SMG on Sledge, ironically, to finish him off. And now make their way in, covering the rest of the plane. This is one where it's so easy to completely clean every other floor on your way down. Sledge is up above, Ash is down below, and then down in the very, very basement, Thatcher was also making his way through there while the last two pushed the front of the plane. So clearing out every other possibility, and now starting to put some pressure on the actual objectives.
Pushing quite fast.
Yeah. I mean, they did lead the way with drones.
It looks like PickYourPoison are all like crushed in there now as well, because they got rid of the first guy.
To be fair, where we say this is so bad on a lot of the other maps, being all locked in and around these spawns, these objectives isn't quite so fish in a barrel situation, because you can't be shot from such a range by the attackers. They still have to get up really, really close and can only really peek you one at a time from most windows. Yeah. But it is not so bad to be so tightly clumped up when defending these bomb sites.
Yeah, I do think PickYourPoison aren't in the best position though. They
haven't
got a roamer.
Yeah, by no means are they in the best spots. But I don't think it's as bad to be clumped on here as it is everywhere else.
Yeah, possibly. It does look kind of scary though.
It definitely does. Here we go. They are trying to bandit trick onto the kitchen walls. Can they figure something out and make it work? They know exactly where.
Going with the Super 90 once again.
Yep. Again, we mentioned how powerful the shotguns can be at this range on this map.
And again, Americans, they're all using it now.
Yep. It does have to reposition though after being shot at and droned at a couple of times.
You need to catch on with the Super 90, man. Seriously.
Yeah. You Xbox.
It's such a good one.
Catch up. So, still waiting then.
They pushed really quick, but now they're kind of scared.
Thermite deciding to not go for that kitchen wall again with another charge until now. He's looking for it. Both of them are batteried up. He's going to put a charge straight on the wall. Battery goes down, but it's the wrong wall, and it will get blown wide open.
That's big.
It's not as big as it could be. The one on the right gives more vision into the objective, so we'll see if they can hold this one. But yes, a hole is a hole, and a hole is something.
Yeah, and they can push both ways now.
They have got a smoke, though, and with 15 seconds, he's still got a lot to lock them out. The C4 does a lot of damage, but doesn't finish Thermite off. Thatcher goes in, Thatcher gets taken down. Another C4 gets a kill on Anthrax, and there are 3 attackers left alive with 4 defenders to find. Jehu gets another one, and immediately everyone opens fire. Orbiter dropped, and first round goes straight on over to PickYourPoison.
I think they only took one of them out.
Yeah, they did. They only took one defender out, and that was the guy that was roaming at the other end of the map. All those guys that were in those tight spaces won their firefights, opened up their shots, and killed off everyone on orbit from those only 2 pressure points that they could apply. And that was with the Thermite broken it up. So that's how powerful it can be, even if you don't kill him.
Interesting.
So, Orbit picking the same defense location, but they're grabbing themselves to Tachanka. I'm intrigued to see what wall it is they wish to destroy. I've got a couple of ideas, but I'll wait and see which one it is he chooses to use it on. Because there are some very powerful. Yeah, that's what I thought.
If he can get it,
when
there
he
we
can
go.
put the turret down. There we go. Destroying this one is intriguing because it does allow you to hold that A-bomb from quite a range. And of course it destroys the one on the far side, so if someone wants to sit inside that A-bomb, it helps. But if you do lose control of that end of the plane, it's very easy, especially if you reinforce this little corner for them, it's very easy for the attackers to actually get in, hide in this corner, and then use that hole against you. So
yeah,
you've got to be very,
possible.
very careful how you hold that front end of the plane.
But again, this is their pick, so...
This is their pick.
This is their tactic.
So whether it works or not, they're confident in it.
Definitely. Confident enough to have this as their map.
Pulling down that front entrance is actually a lot easier for the defenders to hold that stairs entrance when you've pulled that down.
Kind of shut himself in though. He has got the holes, but he can't run out.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, even if he didn't have that, he was never going to run out here, let's be honest. If they get up those stairs to the point where he can shoot at them, he's either going to die or he's going to take them all down. There's no running out of that doorway at all.
Possible.
So it shouldn't be too much of a pain for him. Now we see one member from orbit up this end of the plane.
Yeah, bandit roaming.
Yeah. Can they take him out? Oh, we're going to send a drone
Does he
in
hear
from
the
up
ash?
above him.
Looks like he hears someone because he's just gone to Ironside.
He is getting droned out here by
Yeah.
Chinny Kenobi. Chinny trying to save his drone, can't quite pull it off, but turns, forces Bandit to run a little bit. He's, oh, very nice
That
spot,
is nice.
hiding between these server stacks.
Don't think I've seen that before.
Chinny drops another drone down. He repositions to try and not give away that server spot.
Is he going to drop or is he just going to run? It looks like he's going.
He's going to run. It's got a minute 52, so they're already wasting quite a bit of time here on Zap.
Yep. The power of roamers, man.
They didn't quite know how to pick him off just yet.
It's good position.
Still very, very cautious.
Oh, he's going back up.
Yeah. Still no shield as well. Nice
he's
thing
very-
to do here
he's-
from the attack.
He's very unsure. He wants to get rid of this guy. Maybe he thinks that he's moved now.
I mean, logic would say that he has moved. Oh, he drops in, then gives himself
Tags
away.
him, nice tag.
Hits him in the foot though, aiming a bit too low.
It's okay though. He's took that health in a firefight. He's got the advantage.
So long as they don't get that headshot.
Yeah, of course. Whoop.
Forces
Did he
it
mean
back.
that?
I don't think
He looked a bit lost.
He also
I'm
now
not
is
sure.
a little bit stuck because he knows there were other players out here to the left. So if they heard him drop, he could be in trouble.
Well, Sledges. Ooh.
Someone just got frost trapped. There
Yeah,
we
behind.
go, Blood and Glory
Oh.
behind at the top of this ladder. Frost trapped, and that's the diffuser as well. Digital picks up the kill onto Godkin, and that's one of the defenders down.
What are you doing?
Not even the roaming
What are you
defender
doing?
comes up the ladder,
What, that
comes straight up
worked?
behind.
Wow.
Does take down Chinny Kenobi.
That worked, and there's
Drops
another.
down straight on
Oh,
top
and he
of the
gets him
diffuser,
as well,
gets
and the
second
diffuser
one.
is there.
It's big.
That is big. Tell your team. Tell your team. Diffuser's down.
Oh, yeah, the call has definitely come out. 1 HP Zap is now sitting on
Very
with
nice.
the diffuser locked in his arms.
Yeah,
Basically.
there they come. There they
Oh,
come.
Ash is coming
Oh no,
straight
it's
in.
an
Oh,
Ash.
you're going to sprint me in this corner? So very close. He's only 1
Oh,
health.
where's your
Will
team?
get the kill.
Why are your team not there?
Well, his team are all locked up the other end. His team can't get to help him.
Can they not?
No,
They
they've
are a
been
bit
pinned in
locked.
by those players, but they do manage to pick up a kill on Jehu, and they've managed to down M Digital as well. So while Ash was distracted and had to go back up the other end to get the diffuser,
Yes, there we go.
they clean up the other attackers, and Fugel was there to finish Astonished off as well. So defenders winning 2 rounds in a row. Not really a huge surprise, I think, to anyone. Defenders winning rounds on this map.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like as we thought, this map is very, very good for defense.
Yeah.
Funnels and yeah, it's just really hard to attack. That's why it's confusing why someone would pick this as their map, really.
Yeah, well, as I said, Orbit must have something up their sleeve they're convinced they could win an attack round on it with. I'm guessing I'm hoping it's going to be for the, I was going to say basement bomb sites to attack, but this is what I was expecting. This is not a basement. This is not the front of
is
the
it
plane, because
the
they
middle?
successfully did it, and
Middle?
now they're taking the middle bomb sites, the master bedroom and the staff section.
Interesting.
So they're staying on the top floor.
I wonder
they're
why.
taking a bomb site which is widely unplayed, and I think surprise Orbit a little bit too with the way their drones are heading to the basement.
Yeah, I mean, everyone thinks the basement's the best one, right? Well, I thought that anyway.
They did for a long time, and it arguably has the more natural choke points than this one, but we've seen time and time again the power of attacking the floor above when you are attacking teams. And attacking the floor above that basement cargo hold bomb site is very, very good on play.
It'll be interesting to see where Optimal goes then.
Exactly. So
Probably got the, yeah, we got Pulse as the roamer.
yeah,
Again, we saw the power of roamer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just time and time again, it just proves it and proves it and proves it. Get that Roma. At least have one. They're too powerful.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Holding that drop down. A couple of players sitting by a couple of doors as well. Not looking for too crazy.
I didn't see what hole this guy made.
Zap picks up the first kill onto Digital as he tries to stick his head out a window. I believe the wall behind where Tachenko was the hole from the master bedroom to the staff section. There you go.
Yeah, that tiny little hole.
Yeah, so they can see from each bomb site.
Yeah.
But they're now going to be even more cautious as they are a player down. Still not even a minute gone off the clock, which is really, really good for Orbit. They are, as a result, being very cautious about making their way into the plane.
I don't think any of them are in yet.
No, they're being very cautious about it because of that early peak. Zap's now got inside. Godkin's going to be very close soon too, and Anthrax will join him.
All pushing in the same time. Like it.
They're working as a squad.
Oh, that's a nice little peek.
Yep, but not doing too much damage.
Nope.
Smoke took a little bit of a poke for it, but nothing to finish him off. Godkin uses it to gain position. Keep pushing forward. All 4 members from Orbit that are coming in this direction.
Interesting, no one's coming from the other side yet.
Yeah.
Trying to consider them.
Pulse has also already rejoined his team, so that Rome idea is dead buried.
Yep.
We're waiting for them to actually push out against them, which credit to PickYourPoison. They're not doing. It's holding these positions. But here we go. Another hole has been blown by Thermite, and as mentioned before, it opens up a very different angle for them to hold.
So much trying to go on top of him, yeah.
Yep. Got big downs. Not as strong on this map as they are on some others.
I think they just scared Pulse away.
Yeah, but every little hole helps a lot. The baggage holds, as it is from here, actually limit the view from the top down, but also limit the view from the bottom up a fair bit. There is
down.
2 kills from range from Zap as they line up for him.
Oh, that could hurt.
That C4 does take Zap down. Shinny Kenobi finishes off Orbit Anthrax as well.
Nice.
And the defenders are immediately
bang.
Back in the numbers advantage, but they finish off a couple more.
All of a sudden.
It's only Sledge here now. He's picked up the diffuser.
There's a bomb right
there. Oh, it's a bug.
Oh. Oh, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
that's off-putting.
Blood and Glory right prone, right underneath
right
him.
There. Oh.
Blows his face away. Godkin goes down as the last man standing. Had a rough idea of where Frost was, but obviously couldn't be 100% sure. Thought he might have repositioned.
Big round for Blood there.
Blood, huge round. Picking up that C4, picking up the follow-up kill as well. Massive, massive kills for his team. They were coming from the other direction as you had hoped.
Yep.
But he locked them down with ease, as a shotgun should do at that range on this map.
And as you see, the Super 90, every time it's played, you see these big plays with it. That's why, again, you should be at least trying it, I think.
Before everyone goes... not do that. Before everyone jumps on the Super 90 hate train that's there, I do agree it's really strong right now, but the reason it's so strong right now, in most situations that it's called effort, is because it's got such a low spread, thus has a long range of effective damage.
And it's a shotgun.
But right here,
shotguns on this game are quite
strong. No, that's the thing. The rest of the shotguns aren't as broken as the Super 90 is argued, because their damage falls off in a much shorter range than this. The reason this one is so strong is because it can travel so far and still be effective.
Yeah, I got you.
That is not an issue here on this map. It's not traveling far to get these kills. It is still very close range. So any of the other shotguns would have the same effect in this situation.
Right.
So I don't want anyone calling Super 90 broke with Super 90 broke.
Well, you know that's going to happen anyway.
Of course it is, but I want to get my point out there that this shotgun can be replaced by any of the other shotguns in the game and do the same job it did last round as it just did. But they're picking Frost because their traps are also incredibly good.
Yeah. So. And arguably the best shot.
Shut up. 10 rounds in though, and we're 3 rounds in, 10 seconds in, and we're starting to make our move forward again. Same bomb site picked by Orbit, then defending their round 2.
Bomb located by attackers.
Can they be as successful on their second defense as PickYourPoison were?
Well, possibly, as you know, as we thought.
Yeah.
Defense. It's always going to win.
Yeah,
they have. You probably mentioned, but they have gone to the same bomb site. They didn't bother going to the bottom one. So Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe no one likes the bottom one anymore.
No, that's what
Weird.
it's seeming. PickYourPoison didn't have the best of starts to defend this bomb site, to be fair. They lost a lot of players in situations that they really could have avoided. But they clawed it back.
I think Orbital on attack last round actually did quite well. It just messed up just near the end for them.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
They did actually do a nice
They had a
push.
good start to the attack, in which case PickYourPoison had a rough defense, but yeah, they clawed it back.
I think that happened last time as well. I think their attack is actually quite solid. It's just right at the end, they just keep losing it.
Well, they're right at the end of the attack on the first bomb site they went to. Arguably wasn't very good. They got very close quick because there was no one else other than that roamer, but yes, they never really made a dent in that bomb site. All 4 players that were in there stayed alive.
Okay.
He's staying alive. That's the important thing here as a roamer. Has taken a little bit of a peek, but he's keeping them busy and wasting more time.
Oh wow, very nice peek, Ash.
Chini actually manages to sledge Zap down. I really want to know how that happened, but it did.
Was probably a down.
Yeah, probably a down player, but still, downing him is one thing. I would like to see how that happened, but unfortunately.
Oh, very nice. Good headshot.
Kicks up a kill.
Sprays up at them, gets ahead.
That wasn't the kill.
Oh,
Anthrax was an MP5. This is 416 carbine. That kill was somewhere else, and that Brook did it. But he got a good bit of damage off onto the guy on the top of the hole as well, which is still clinical. Still a numbers advantage for the attacking team, though. Sprints across the doorway. Oh, and Astonish takes off another kill. He's being led in through here by a drone. That drone can't see through the wall to where Anthrax is, but it can see Frost. Doesn't matter, though. Frost goes down. Frugal's still holding that angle. Rook now holding the same doorway, and he's going to have everyone coming in there if he's quick. Doesn't get that kill. Doesn't actually do a whole lot of damage to it either, but the rest of them coming on in now. Does manage to take down Digital. He gets the grenade off, though. That could have been terrible if it landed at his feet. Chini Kenobi coming through now. And now Blood and Glory is there. They still can't get this kill onto Rook.
Wow.
Anthrax cleans them up with a very, very solid defense.
Very nice position, yeah.
I was waiting for that thermite kill to mean he drops the grenade at his feet, and then it just blows up and kills his 2 teammates. That's what I was waiting to happen, but he got the grenade throw off just in time.
I don't think they even knew where we were.
No. I mean, they did. The last man did. The Thatcher, right at the end there, was spraying towards him, but it was so little so late that he couldn't do anything. The first 2 definitely had no idea where he was.
Very nice player.
So, really, really good round.
Evenish play with Orbit, the whole team.
Yep. I mean, so for PickYourPoison too.
Yeah, that's true. No real top runner yet. No one carrying.
Nope. Picking up 3 that round. Everyone doing their job. We saw the Froths picking up 2 or 3 in the rounds before. So.
Smoke with a shotgun as well. We're gonna have 2 shotgun play here.
Oh, we have a recruit on
for the carbine again.
Yep, picking up that 4-1C. Sorry, 4-1-6C.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably for the extra barbed wire more than the gun on this map.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, probably both.
Because as we said, the gun is really good, but so is the MP7, which is another option with this specific recruit.
Barbed wire is very good up here.
The 3 barbed wire you get in such a small space is so powerful, because they cannot destroy it all without using so much of their resources to get that all done.
Yeah, there's a lot of barbed wire there. I wonder if they've put any up the corridor.
Find out.
Just to put
See past other people. Let's see.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can checking outside the first spawn, looking for someone maybe there.
Still no shield play.
No, still no shield play.
And still no win on attack.
No. Which isn't the biggest surprise, but
no.
The shield play is new. I expected a couple.
Maybe they'll change it up if it goes to overtime. Overtime strats.
Very possible, yeah.
As we saw on EU.
To be fair, I'd just like to see them change it up on their next attack. Whoever is attacking next. Like, they've both tried. Oh, that's outside the 15-second window. That sucks for Orbit. They've got to play this out now, 5-4. That slowed him down graphically. No rumors out and around the rest of the map either for PickYourPoison. So, they're actually getting close to this objective with quite a bit of speed. Checking the other end from within.
I won't see anyone
goes for that late peak. Sorry.
Yeah, true.
Now Fugel's drone will lead the charge in through that kitchen for Godkin and Zap. There you go. Bandit once again behind that wall, looking for a potential thermite catch.
Same push as before. Even though it didn't work,
Attackers have recovered their
it's still a nice push.
Yep. Yeah. It's
And it's just like they
arguably
just
the
beat.
best and only way to push
Yeah,
this.
and they just beat him with a firefight. Really, it's not that the tactic they used were wrong.
No,
It's just that they beat him with a firefight.
Yeah, they opened the site up perfectly. They pushed the way they should do.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get the kills.
I think they've been a bit unlucky, really, a bit.
bomb
If I'm
diffuser has
honest.
been dropped.
I mean,
'Cause they all
definitely
played
right
it
now
well.
they've just had a player disconnect.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, they're playing it well. I don't see any real faults in their push. It's just right at the end, they just can't clutch it.
Yep, true.
Just can't finish it.
So another grenade used. That's 2 now to destroy these 2 bits of barbed wire.
It's a grenade over
Another
there.
one at range down the corridor. Will that touch anyone? Could be pretty close. Didn't seem to go off. Must have been hit by a trophy system. Frost now prone, watching this barbed wire.
Oh, nice.
Nice hole through the end, but no one's peeking it yet. Now Jaeger
Oh,
walks
just
across
saw
the
him.
door.
And now the noise there.
Yep, the spray's coming through. Sledge has got to be so careful because there's a Frost right down there to his left.
And smoke just froze
Smoke
it.
throws the smoke out,
that's
pins
gonna
it in the
hurt.
corner. Oh, that's
Get
going
out
to
of
knock
there.
him right down.
Wow.
Does
More
turn to
than
get
half
out.
health.
Thankfully, he's got 2 teammates there to cover his back if Frost
Nice,
was
takes
to
one
peek.
down though.
Frost does go down, but he's crawling straight into more smoke. Digital takes down Godkin. Anthrax sitting in more smoke, edging
care.
forwards through
He's just
smoke.
going
He's
for
just
it.
going straight through it, trying to come out the other side. Does manage to pull it off, but they know
Oh,
he's there
takes
and
him
waiting,
anywhere.
and they drop him down to now he's really low health. But Zap comes in.
Wow.
Zap
this
gets
is-
straight through. Inside that
Whoa,
first
okay.
room, there's another man.
Attackers have been
Blood and Glory
And
gets the kill.
defense wins again.
Defense wins another round, you're right. Blood and Glory holding that end room. Boo!
There he is.
Down they go. Very, very ballsy play from Thermite by running straight through all that smoke, as it is, the poisonous gas.
Yeah, just went for it.
Yeah, arguably it could have worked, but
There
they
it
were
is.
already waiting for Zap to come in that end. So Smoke was watching through that way already, watching through that hole for Zap to come through, and pick Snowman off pretty quickly. But we're going to back out, we're going to remake the lobby, we're going to hopefully get the last orbit player back in, and with any luck, that was just a 1 freak error. Not going to have a repeat of Excellence Nemesis coming through.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah, hopefully so. 3
Right.
rounds to 2 then, still in favour of Pick Your Poison, because they have that 1 extra defense round on the
Defensive
board.
round, yep.
As you meant, everyone's just winning defense after defense after defense.
Just as we pictured, really.
Yeah, which is no surprise.
No,
Even
it
without the
isn't.
Thermites dying, even with these extra hallways being opened up, 2 points of attack isn't enough.
One thing I'm noticing is Orbit is definitely doing a better push, definitely getting to the good positions faster, but both are just losing the defense. Like, like even that Orbit are doing, it feels like they're doing nearly everything right to get there.
Yeah.
Right at the end, they still can't do it because the defensive position is so good on this map.
That's the other thing I want to note is that Orbit are getting to the bomb sites faster.
Yep.
Because Pick Your Poison's roamers are either on that last round just not there.
They're pushing really nice as well. If you notice,
Yeah, so I mean,
they
so like
push.
the
both
roamers,
the,
the roamers from Pick Your Poison aren't destroying those pushes. They're just letting it happen. They're either not there as they were in the last round, or they get killed so fast that then Orbit just have complete control of the rest of the plane to come in as they want. They're leading with the drones nicely. They are going straight
Well, I've
in
noticed that
numbers.
they push in from both sides and then from the bottom as well. So you get
Yeah.
like 1 in the middle, 1 there, and then they push like that, and then 1 goes for the or
Yeah.
2 go for the pincer movement on them. So they're doing it unless it's where that bomb were.
Yeah.
But they're doing it nice. They're doing a strategy what should work, but
Yeah.
it's just the defensive positions on this
Yeah,
map.
yeah, exactly. Like they're
So
getting the
good.
perfect execute off on that end,
Yeah.
but then yes, you just cannot break into the actual.
So you can see
the
that
bomb
it is
site
their
itself.
map. You can see that, can't you?
I would argue no.
Really? Just because they're not
It's, yeah,
clutch at the very
nothing.
end.
Yes, like they've got a nice uniform push, but you can have a nice uniform push on any map without really knowing the map with just good comms and good teamwork.
Okay.
They're not doing anything right now that shows me they have this specific map on lockdown. Like the way to show me you have plane on lock
Yeah.
is cracking open these bomb sites, which are ridiculously tough for everyone else to crack. They are currently not cracking this bomb
I
site
think
open,
unlock,
which is the
and-
key to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think having something completely unlock and having it as your map are kind of 2 different things. Having it unlock is like, you will not lose on that map. And this map is, even if it is your map, it still is highly in the defensive, it's just really good for defense.
Yeah, without it is good for defense, and that is it. But if you're picking it, we mentioned before, you have to be confident in your attack. You have to know
Oh,
that
yeah, I know,
while it
I
is
know.
defense
They-
favoured,
But they are doing an okay attack, it's just they can't finish the end. I wonder if they'll start being able to just clutch it, just clinch that
Maybe.
that definite win.
maybe
that
there's an
definite
option.
win on the defense when
There's
they get
still,
in
to
them
be fair, a
positions.
very real possibility for PickYourPoison to do that too. There have been a couple of rounds now for both teams on attack where those defenders are down to those last 1 or 2 players left alive too. So it's not that it's been a complete 4 or 5 persons left alive whitewash every time the attacks are coming through.
No, they've been close.
Yeah, they have been close, especially for the second bomb site, the staff, the meeting room and the staff room.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we're going to see either of these teams, whichever one it may be, win an attack round. That's where it's going to open up. But we've got another defense round in the meeting room to come first from PickYourPoison, so that'll take us to 3-3 most likely.
If
and
Orbit
then we're
can't
back
do
up the other end. Yeah, if Orbit cannot open up this room, which, as I said, they've done nothing to suggest they will be able to open it up yet. All their pushes towards that direction have been very clean and very nice to get towards it, but once they get there,
it just messes.
Yeah, they're just stuck.
It's weird. It's like they get there perfectly, pretty much, you know, good time, a lot of time left. And then they just can't just finish it right at the end, and it's just like every time, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, we got a couple of clips, of course, from that last round as too,
We do
or
indeed.
the last couple of rounds. So we'll watch those over as we talk over it a little bit more. As the bandit battery trick is one thing here. Neither of these teams have had the greatest of success deploying these or stopping these. To be fair.
So look at this. Orbit of 5v4.
They
They have 5v4.
Yeah.
They only have 20 seconds, I noticed, which isn't too good.
No, but 20 seconds is enough considering their proximity to the bomb, but they still just came in and all 4 of them were slaughtered. This was really nice play from Zap
it was.
as a really powerful roamer. Again, defenders, and this spot, picking out the 3 people that were all stuck coming through that one doorway. Rook picking up a couple more kills and securing the round. But as we mentioned, it's down to just 2 defenders left alive. They were in the numbers disadvantage. In a small, slightly different scenario, if Rook had died, it was another second player alive. Maybe that could have been.
But you can see how good just being a defender is just from that last clip. Like you could literally see the view he had, and they had to come at him from that view. I mean, it's just such an advantage.
Yeah, it is. It is a huge, huge advantage in that.
That's why a lot of people, well, we believe that this map is possibly not the best pick, because defense is mainly going to win.
Yeah, I think that goes without saying. It's not just we believe. It's not just everyone believes or a couple. It is without a doubt.
Universal belief.
Yeah, everyone knows. There is no doubt that this is a defense-sided map. No one can contest that. But that's why if a team has to pick it, and for us to believe that it's a good pick for them, they have to show us that they've got an attack that is worthy of cracking these incredibly strong defenses.
So far, the start is okay, but it's just not been the finish.
Nothing either of these teams have done has shown us that that is in their wheelhouse. Nothing is there. Maybe a small break is what Orbit needed. Maybe they have taken these extra couple of seconds, to rethink it, figure out, all right, we have a strong attack on this in scrims, in practice. It's not quite working against these guys. Why not? Reset, relook at it, give it another shot. Same thing can be said for PickYourPoison. They may have learned a lot from these few rounds. They may not have practiced or tried presidential play much in the past because they didn't expect it to be picked. Now that they've had a few rounds on it, maybe they can step a quick back and look at it and go, all right, what the hell's going on? Do this differently, win a round. We've got everyone back in the lobby. We will go in and find out. It is still 3 rounds to 2 in favor of PickYourPoison right now, but they have had that extra round on defense, which is given them.
I would love to see Orbit starting to win these attacks. I would really like to see that.
As
it is their map. I want to see that happen.
Given us confidence in this map, so show us why. I want you to show me why you're confident.
It is your map. Let's see why.
So, first of all, they will start on defense to lock this down. They've got a Tachanka in the meeting room office again, but the first time we're seeing them run a recruit up this end of the plane. So we'll see exactly what it is they choose him for and where they
Yeah, it's probably going to be the carbine again, isn't it?
I suspect it'll be the carbine. The barbed wire up the front entrance again as well was very, very powerful before.
It's like on defense, the recruit's always going to be carbine, and on attack, it's always going to be shield. It seems like it's kind of that thing.
You say that, but we've never seen
a recruit shield.
A recruit shield on console, at least. We saw
it on PC, I believe.
PC at IEM, but not from North America. We haven't seen that.
Have we not seen any while streaming this?
Nope. Not on the Pro League. Nope.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we expected us to, but we started seeing, even in EU PC, we saw 1 or 2 shields very early on at IEM, but then it quickly turned into blitzes instead.
Interesting.
So
I mean, I think it was patched or something. They used to have this really, really good shot with the
everyone, all the shields.
Yeah, but it was really good with the crew because it was faster, I think.
No, recruits are faster. They have 2 armor, 2 mobility, even with the shield. All the other shields have 3 armor, 1 mobility. That's why the recruits were picked, because they were far more mobile, and they had hand grenades, which other shields don't.
That's what I'm saying. And and the hand grenades.
But that doesn't affect their aim down.
No, but they're faster.
Yes, but they're physically faster. But I mean, that was never changed, and they still have stopped being picked. So it's interesting to see why we had a couple of players talking about, yes, they're really mobile, and yes, that's nice in in matchmaking play and online, but in team play they didn't actually mind the lack of mobility from the 3 armor shields, so they took
very strange how it did
instead.
change like so fast, because I remember like every time you played online, it was just recruit shield, then it patched,
online, you get an extra minute. It's a 4-minute round online to 3 minutes here, so you'd argue that mobility is better here than it is online. But they are not agreeing with that. But again, we're digressing. Nothing to do with this game right now. There's no blitz or recruit shield on it. So
a bit of a discussion.
Yeah, back to the game at hand. Fantastic 5 is there, and everything is set up. Tachenko have made his holes once more, and our recruit is roaming for Orbe this time in a very different location.
He does have the carbine, so it is a nice gun to roam with.
Yes, and he's got that C4, which can be incredibly powerful in such close quarters on here as well.
Definitely strong roamer right now.
So he's been previously upstairs, previously roaming around on the top floors, and they are starting to clear that out and be wary for it. Now he's going bottom and will try and come up behind them if they're not careful. They've used up a minute, and they haven't located him yet. He's watching the floor and looking for drone as he moves this way, but he's not quite waited long enough yet. If he peeks up the top of here, there are still players close by. He's
probably going to wait. He's waiting to hear that smash.
Attackers have located a bomb.
So, minute 40 gone, another 20 seconds burned off the clock, and not a whole lot of movement from the attacking team. Still largely outside, but still just droning their way through.
So this is something you see different. Orbit would already be quite far in now with all the team.
Yeah.
And these near enough outside, and that's mainly a lot of teams that stay out for so long. I think there's only got one in actually. Oh no, there's another pushing as well now.
Yeah. But they're taking a long time to do so. Droning for themselves every step of the way too. It's the other key thing we're seeing from a lot of the more successful squads. Droning in front of a player, communicating between the drone pilot and the moving player themselves.
Nice little tactic,
and being their eyes for them.
Yep, a safe eyes.
Yeah,
like that.
Exactly. Not seeing that here for Pick Your Poison. What we are seeing though is Godkin finally making his moves from behind.
Yeah.
As it was, the first players he were flanking actually went to the floor above, and he's now not going to catch along them, but he's making his move forward as Astonish is taken out by Fugel. Fugel with the C4 gets a second kill. Antrax will be down, but Zap grabs a third. Now the last 2 players are upstairs, and Godkin is coming up behind them. Makes a little bit too much noise, though, and will get taken out. Fugel takes down one more as soon as they drop down. And same person drops down another hole, and funny enough, Fugel gets another kill.
Yeah, he took a lot.
Shocker. Shotguns. Good.
How
Especially when people drop straight into their aim. Fugel got 4 kills that round.
Yeah, wow.
Destroyed. So, 3 rounds apiece. Surprise, surprise. Everyone on defense currently in a great spot. Now, though, we're going to see that other bomb site.
Yep.
We're going to see what seems to be the slightly weaker option. Orbit. This is your chance to show off your fancy attack. If you have one up your sleeves.
Chance to take the lead as well.
Yes, and more importantly, chance to take the lead. And arguably, if they do win this attack and then win the next defense, they'll take the round. Simple as that. They'll take the map.
It will put Pick Your Poison at a horrible position if they do win this attack, because it means that they have to win an attack. So.
But that is still a mountain to climb. Let's find out.
Yeah,
we start seeing the defenses set up. No Rook taken by Pick Your Poison this time over.
Opted for a pulse over Rook, maybe?
Yeah. Which, I don't know.
If he doesn't roam, that's a real waste.
I think he's going to roam. We saw him do that before, but I still think you're right. It's not the best of uses. We haven't seen the roamers do so well for Pick Your Poison on this map so far. They've all been picked off very early on when they've tried to do this. And again, with the amount of very small space wallbanging that's going on, the Rook armor is incredibly strong. We'll see what happens for him. He's run straight past a pair of drones here. Another one out to his right. If he goes for that peek outside, it's incredibly dangerous.
He's seen one.
Sees his feet there with the shadow. Now turns to try and hide and run the long way around.
Does a 360, because why not?
So kills a couple out on this far end. Backs himself inside, looks for the drone that's going to come through and scout behind him. Can't kill it. Still can't kill it.
Gamelo's mid-tel on him.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Now
There's another. Oh no, there's another.
No, he killed the first one.
Yeah.
Now we see the push come in. Notice how Orbit, while he was being busy with that drone, these 2 players got straight in up this end and are now watching the doorway themselves. Not going crazy aggressive forward now that that drone has been killed, but they did not waste time getting inside while that was scouting for them.
Yeah.
Whereas Pick Your Poison.
I mean, we've seen they do get in quite quick. It's just they can't finish it. So is this the round where they finish it? 5-5, so not bad at all. Pretty much balanced.
You already see a slight problem here from Orbit. That signs there's no firearm beyond that point, and they are well and truly running around with guns in their hands, so they're breaking some rules right there. But we think we'll let them off for a little.
What you meant there.
Journeying for themselves a little bit forward now, but they have already got really good positioning in here, and do not stay on these drones for too long. They've used up half their time, but they have blown open this big wall. Oh, Joe Wash is sitting right there between the seats, and he couldn't quite figure it out.
Shooting the wrong way.
Aiming a bit too high.
Close to him there.
He hasn't done too much damage himself, so Godkin still relatively healthy after that little peek. Not good for Tachenka.
1 minute 15 remaining, no one dead.
Nope.
And they've pushed in, and nothing's happening once again.
Yeah, exactly what we've seen every other time before from Orbit.
Like they can get to the position, they just don't know how to finish it.
Yeah, can't crack that egg. Grenade coming in, looking for where Tachenka was. He has moved though, so smart play by him. But again, it starts making them use resources on positions once more without really gaining too much ground because of it. Now, Orbit running out of directions that they can push from.
Getting some intel.
Peeks around corner. Shinobi takes down one from range. Has just downed him, not outed him though, so they immediately start to get him back up again. So we're still at full strength, just a little bit of half health on Thermite.
Nearly 30 seconds. This is going to be really explosive. There's 5 and there's 30 seconds to go. Wow.
It's going to be huge as they do make that push in. Frost is still waiting as well, but actually quite a long way back as Astonished with that roam picks up the first kill. Orbit lose NP. This is suddenly looking good for the defending squad. Orbit, how do you deal with this Roma, or do you give it up? Starting to come down the stairs, looking for Tachenka again. Does get Tachenka, but Frost is still around the corner. C4 comes out. C4 just tags him down low. Grenade goes in. 10 they go. Across the barbed wire, straight into a trap goes Godkin. Down goes Chenny Kenobi, but 3 kills come in for Pick Your Poison, and the timer runs down without the last player falling.
Defense again.
Still not there.
There's a reason why everyone says this is good for defense. I mean, just look at it right now.
4 rounds to 3 in favor of Pick Your Poison. I'm going to make a bold prediction here, True Talent.
Yeah.
I know this is going to go out on a limb, and it might get me a lot of hate, but I think
defense possibly?
We're going to overtime.
All right, yeah.
It might just happen.
Are they going to win just by doing defense?
Thing is, if that is going to be the case, we started this round.
I think Pick Your Poison would win.
Pick Your Poison started the game as defense. So that means come overtime, Orbit get defense.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is that the strategy?
Yeah. When he hit overtime, the opening rounds are reversed. So Orbit should start defense on overtime, I believe.
So overall, if they keep winning defense,
exactly,
Orbital will win.
Exactly.
Is that the strategy?
They should. I mean, that shouldn't be the strategy, but yes, they should as it stands.
That'd be
if they keep winning defense, they should win thanks to that. I'll have to get the admins to double check it and confirm it for me, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's probably easy to work out, but not
Pick Your Poison started as defense.
Yeah.
That means Orbit should get the defense on.
I mean, you could just like mark it or something.
No, but the problem here comes with because we've had remakes and crazy flips and starts.
Yeah.
Then that may not be how the game naturally sets them up.
Okay.
So we may have to have a remake should this go to overtime to ensure those sides follow the pattern they should be.
Right.
We'll have to wait and see what the team say to admins, what admins say to them, and all that.
Well, if your theory is correct, the it will go to Orbit as first on defense. They will win just by winning defense.
As things
and
stand,
it could legitimately be a. I mean, I doubt it, but you know.
Oh god, Twitch, what you do?
Oh.
Okay, he made it.
Just having some fun.
That could have been awful, but he made it. More importantly, though, forget the talk of overtime for now. They could still win this attack round. It's not impossible. It's just really, really hot.
And I'm quite like optimistic, but
I'm quietly optimistic. I don't know why. I'm just waiting to be surprised here.
I mean, like in general, I'm like an optimistic person, but just this map is like.
Normally you're optimistic, but this has ruined you. Normally.
Okay, no, optimistic. Come on, attack wins. That's how it happens.
Yeah. Zap them, still roaming around this upstairs. He has done a bit of work from here in the past, but they all should be ready and waiting for him this time over. Find him in the corner and spot him, keep his drone alive this time.
Always coming down.
Drop down. Doesn't quite land the kill, but does do a lot of damage here to Zap.
Does he know he's there? Does he know he's there?
The floor.
Oh,
he does now.
Yeah.
Cooks a grenade. Is it going to come flying forwards? It is, but it's not. Oh, it does.
Oh, it does down him.
Yeah, it does down him. We just get a slightly weird bug on the UI, but he's downed. He has got Kapkan in support to try and back him up, so they cannot get greedy to finish him off. But Kapkan kills a drone there, so they know Kapkan's here as well. Around the corner they come. Down goes Zap, so his roam not as successful this time, but they've wasted half their round. A minute and a half is long gone, and they still haven't made too much progress towards this bomb site.
5-4. No one's hurt. It's not bad. Not bad start at all.
No. It's some good stuff. But we've seen this from both teams before. More importantly, we've seen it from Orbit.
They just need to start pushing. They need to start pushing. Yeah,
all
just
grouped
don't
up
win.
again.
Yeah, I know.
They started coming from the two directions, which was great, but now they're all in the same location.
It's just this map. These people just don't know what to do.
You cannot push in the same location on this map.
They're all just running around.
They're having a tea party. What are you doing, boys? Minute to go. Now they're starting to go down onto floors below, trying to figure out where the hell the trapdoor is. He's still lost.
God.
And looking to make an opening, but they're still all coming from a similar direction.
Checking if there's a Roma downstairs.
Not go too well.
It is important.
It is. Wall is opened up and shots are coming through from it, from quite a range away in the A bomb site. 38 seconds on the board.
God, again.
They've got to kill 4 people at least.
Bomb located by attackers.
If they can kill 5, then go to them, but they might make their choices to win this round harder, because it will be
look how scary that is to be.
Astonish goes in, takes a couple of shots from the A site as well. He's spraying from range. Another player comes around the corner.
Oh,
downs
one.
Frost, but he'll
but
get downed himself,
well.
and Blood and Glory is down from range too. So that's the
not
diffuser
good.
on the floor. Godkin picks up one, but the spray's coming in top. Thermite picks up one kill. Frost is now down within there as well. He's going to try and drop through, but there's one behind the wall. Gets in and survives it. Kills off Frost. 2 defenders with 5 seconds left on the clock.
Just one person
They've got to get the diffuser.
2 seconds. Get the
diffuser down. The diffuser is going down, but Thermite is finished. Godkin gets him. Now Sledge's got to stay alive and hold the diffuser himself. He's got to play it down on the floor, but can he pick him up?
2v2.
He's not going for it. Blood and Glory staying in the corner. Should be used to scout. Is going to crouch away, and Godkin will finish him. Now Chinny has got to kill 2 players. One of them is down on the floor.
And
Godkin finishes him off. Overtime we get.
We do. And did you see how much they had to do to get that? There was like 2 seconds to get the bomb down. They play it, still lost.
Still the closest anyone has come to winning an attack round, though.
Very true. But you see, it's just... I mean, there was a massive chance there.
Sledge just had to stay hidden for a bit longer. All he had to do was duck down and wait for a couple of extra seconds and force out that defuse. Instead, he tried to take the firefight. Didn't win it. So we are into overtime.
Defense, 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 defense.
And Orbit are backing away. I think they know or suspect
that
they're putting in a claim, so they should be on defense here.
Wow. I wonder if this is the strategy.
We'll get that confirmed by our admins as and when. I really hope it isn't.
Excuse me.
That's
we're supposed to be defense.
Boring way to win it.
We're supposed to be defense here.
I mean, they have every right to be. They started as an attack.
I mean, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting that they're like, no, we're defense. We're leaving now, so we can be in that position.
Like, yeah, regardless of how the rest of the game goes, regardless of if that's their strategy or not, like they started as defense at the start of started as attack at the start of this map. So should it go to overtime, rules state and normal rules without remakes would be they are defense. So
yeah.
Like they are well within their rights to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
They're exactly what they're doing now.
It's interesting they just knew like we are definitely supposed to be defense right now.
Yeah, they were on point with that. But the other thing to note here is that as we just saw, that was the closest anyone has ever come to winning an attack round on this map.
And did you see how hard it was?
Yeah, it was really, really tough, but they got close, and that's the key thing, because no one's got that close before, and it was Pick Your Poison that did get that close. Now Pick Your Poisons have 2 attack rounds. One of them will, of course, be against the harder bomb site, the meaty room on the top side, but then they do get a second shot at that bomb site as well, providing they win their defuse round. So maybe it's not the worst thing for them. Maybe they've got it nailed.
But they have to win attack, and
yeah, Pick Your Poison can just
Orbit
can just sit there for 2 defenses.
They can just win 2 defenses. And
we will look at the last 15 seconds of that round once again. Here we go, 2 players down with the diffuser in that spot. Thermite picking up a good kill from up above and then dropping down to finish off the downed Frost as well in just a second. But here's where it all starts to go a bit haywire. 6 seconds on the clock.
So they are free.
He pushes forward to try and lock this player in the room while the diffuse goes down, and he does exactly that. Not quite the prettiest shooting from either player, but he does down Rook, and that keeps this plant down safe. But he's immediately finished by Godkin, and this is where I'm not sure about Shinobi's play. He's slow and he's running away, not going for the revive, and Blood and Glory is good. Blood and Glory getting killed gives position on where Godkin is. But now all he has to do is stay alive and wait for him to begin the defuse. He's not sure which doorway he's going to come for. And instead of going crouched and checking that left-hand doorway, he stays stood up, and then he's not looking in the right spot. He's not aiming at Godkin, and Godkin gets the drop on him.
He probably felt that he had the advantage of, you know, looking for each of the holes. If he would crouch, he'd probably felt a bit scared.
That's
I mean,
the thing,
I'm just
though.
trying
Looking
to guess.
at each hole like that is never an advantage. Having to cover 2 entranceways for
yeah,
one person
I mean,
is never
I'm just
an
trying to guess what he's thinking, because obviously he would do it.
I can see what he's thinking. His thinking is he could come from either of these. I have to watch both. Or
keep
I get
moving.
Dropped.
He didn't want to just stay still.
There. But yeah, if you crouch and look to the left, he'd have seen that doorway and been covered from the right by the chairs.
It makes sense.
And then you stand back up again and look to the right-hand side. And if he was there, you shoot him. If he wasn't there, he's probably defusing and you push for that way. Or you just move to the right and you're covered from that left door again. Like, it's slow, it's not as quick, and that's why it's so tough, because he's under the pressure. He's got to do it fast. Do not envy being in his position at all. But Captain Hindsight, we have the benefit of that.
Exactly.
Crouching would have kept him alive a little bit longer in that situation. He would have checked that second door. He might have had the extra couple of seconds needed to put Godkin in the unsure position.
He was probably just feeling that he didn't want to be a static target. He wanted to move. He had a bit of an idea where he was coming from. Didn't actually, because he came from the other side. Yeah. And again, hindsight. Like, in hindsight, yes, he should have done that, but at that time, you just don't know. You just don't know, do you?
No world are we saying we would do it better.
No.
It is an incredibly tough situation to be in,
yeah,
but yes,
pressure
we have
as
the
well.
power of hindsight, we have the power of replays.
That would have been the first attack, and that would have been a massive turning point.
That would have won the round. Like, that would have not been overtime. That would have been 5-3. That would have been it. That would have been the map.
Oh, like yeah, because the defense next. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That was 4-3 in favor.
If they didn't.
No, there wasn't a defense next. There was 4-3 in favor of PickYourPoison at that point. PickYourPoison had won that round.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that would have been 5-3.
So it would have been more pressure then.
So much pressure for him to be under in that situation. So, not a situation I envy at all. Unfortunately for him, it didn't work out. Thankfully for us, we get 3 or 2, minimum 2 more rounds here on Presidential Plane. We have got just about all the players back in the lobby, just waiting for them to even up sides, as we have a mixture of players on either position right now. Exactly which sides they do settle out to be.
Do you guys think it's going to be a defense win? Do you think Orbit's going to take both the defenses? Or do you think PickYourPoison's going to push that attack? I mean, it's the obvious one. It's the obvious
that's the safe money right now.
But,
that's where you go.
Do you think PickYourPoison can take the attack?
Interesting. Looking at these sides. We'll keep it as a surprise for people as we load back in. But all players are in that slots. We are on the right map.
Go.
We have a best of 3 effectively to play now as we load back on.
An orbital sort as defense, as they rightly knew.
I believe so.
It'd be so funny if that is actually the strategy. Just keep.
It's a really weird strategy to go with. Yeah, just go with the defense.
Like their attack is, as
but
we
the thing
said,
is, it doesn't even work because you pick the map. Your opponents get to pick where they start, and the PickYourPoison chose defense, as lots of teams are doing. They are now defense here at the start of overtime as well.
So PickYourPoison had the advantage where they could have been like, well, we know defense wins this, so we're going to start as defense. No, we're going to start as attack. Yeah,
that's what I thought it is. But now Orbit have chosen that they're still okay attacking first in overtime, so I guess that is not a thing.
So why? Okay.
They're just willing to play this out as if it's the start of the map once more.
Wow.
So now they have. Now the pressure is on Orbit to win an attack round even more than it was before.
So after all that kind of guesswork, no, they didn't do that. They just. Just random.
That was not the theory. That is not how it goes.
We're thinking way too much in depth about this stuff. Probably because we have to talk for so long.
Yeah, that's basically it.
It's probably
We've got to find something to fill the time.
So we'll just keep
I just could have sworn that if you start the main game as one side, when overtime hits, you start as the opposite. I could have sworn that was it, but it's apparently not. So, guess I haven't seen enough overtimes. I win too many games. That's what it is. I just don't go to overtime. I just stomp them all.
Exactly.
4-0 matchmaking. Diamond players.
Too easy.
Too easy. Easy game. I'd be playing in
even on
if I wasn't.
You should be teaching them how to do attack, man.
I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. I was so close. I nearly was playing, but then I chose to cast instead.
Yeah.
Because it's easy.
10 seconds to insertion.
No, I'm joking. But
well, easy.
We'll see how things run down. Fantastic 5 for our attacking squad of Orbit. And our defending team, once again, no rook from PickYourPoison, but not the worst thing in the world from them. They got that Frost, who has done big work for everyone in the past, and they've got themselves another recruit on defense.
Let's go with that Super 90 as well.
Yeah. Starting things out with this front hall meeting room executive office defense position again. Recruit Blood Glory here in the same room that he was in before. One around from here previously, taking out that Ash to be the final kill.
Rocking that carbine, of course.
Of course. And being very patient. No one sticking their head outside windows. No one doing anything crazy that could cause them an early death and throw away a good, easy defense round just yet.
So I'm picturing Orbit are going to push in quite quick, and then they're going to slow down as they get to the bomb. That's what happens. Look, already is in.
Exactly. Droning in first, checking every corner, being very aggressive with it, pre-firing a couple of them.
Look how fast they get to the front of the plane, and then they just stop. And like, just watch how much time is like there when they're at the front, and then they just slow down completely every time.
To be fair, they are still actually being very slow in their own turnaround. It's taken them a minute, and they haven't actually got far through the plane at all.
About midway.
Yeah, they peaked forward, but now stopped and slowed down again. And yeah, using up a lot of their time to get here. Now they're starting to make that final push forward. They've been very good at blowing open the kitchen wall and getting a second angle into this B-bomb site rather. But as you mentioned, not doing a great job of doing anything about it. Straight up the stairs goes Thermite. It would have been big if Frost could get that kill, but Frost has been spotted by the sledge coming down the stairs. Ash is now also here. Or was he spotted? I think it was just random pre-fire.
Got him.
Down goes Ash. They had no idea. Godkin down as well by Jehu, and he gets out of there alive.
Nice.
Down at the bottom of the stairs is Ned P.
Oh, he wanted another.
Would have been beautiful. Got a bit greedy.
Yeah, feel himself.
But he's done his job. Picked up those 2 kills is massive for the defending squad.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Bandit now behind that wall, looking to grab himself another quick Thermite battery kill as before. EMP goes out. Another EMP down. Sprays on the wall to try and block the noise, and it's worked perfectly.
Nice, yeah.
Thermite charge goes on the other side. Oh, he doesn't get it out. He kills Astonished. He tries to go for the second battery.
Yeah. Now it's 3-3.
Yeah, dies to the Thermite charge.
Nice,
that's big. Jaeger's also at half health and range now. The smoke charge is going to go out, and with 30 seconds left, actually, there's got a lot of smokes left. Digital finishes Frugal off from quite a range as well, and that is not so wonderful. Jaeger still very, very low, but alive is the key thing. More smokes going out now, locking them in the kitchen. They don't even have great vision through it to the other side. Blood and Gory all the way up the far end is trying to shoot through the wall if they get close enough. Got that vision all the way down there. 15 seconds. Diffuser is still on the floor. Been picked up now by Thermite. In he goes. Takes out Digital. Can he get a second one? No. Frost puts him down with a shotgun, and there's a trap here in the corner. He's got to be really careful not to walk into it. Does go a little bit close, but not forward. Does dodge around it this time. Goes for Kenobi, but there's no time on the clock. And even if he'd got that kill on smoke, there was another player up the far end in the executive office that was still left alive.
I think Orbital might not pick this map again. It's just defense.
You think they're gonna?
I don't know.
We'll
see, but
they're definitely gonna, at the very least, go and train on it much harder.
Well, they're gonna.
If they were confident with their attack, they shouldn't be anymore. But yes, if they pick it, it should not be.
If anything, that was a slower attack than they've been doing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they ran out of time. They've never run out of time.
30 seconds before they start breaching, maybe 45.
Didn't want to comment on it too early, but we do have Glaz now picked up from Pick Your Poison. They are still looking for that potential attack win.
Yeah.
And they are feeling Glaz may give it to them.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I like seeing Glaz. I think Glaz is a good pick for this map.
Yep, and they have the benefit now that even if this doesn't work for them, they have that round buffer. They know they're going to be defense next. And as everything has happened so far on this map, defense doesn't lose. So they can try something a little bit different for attack. Yeah,
sure. They got really close that last time as well.
What I'm not sure I agree with though is they've swapped it out for the Twitch, and the extra drone on this map is so powerful because of how little space there is for the defenders to move around.
Would you say to swap it out for Sledge?
Yes. Okay. The extra drone is so good because it's so little space for people to move around on this map. As soon as you spot them in that spot, they are either stuck there and you can pre-fire them, or they have to sprint to someone that's a worse position and end up on top of a teammate sort of thing. And having an extra drone to make that happen again sort of thing is really, really wonderful. And as we mentioned before, so many of these, it's so easy to reinforce every wall in this map.
Yeah.
Sledge doesn't really have much work to do. It's all on Thermite, and there's the only walls that can be breached. And the ones that are not reinforced and can still be done by something normal, you've got an Ash to do that from range and from safety.
No, it is true.
So yeah,
Sledge,
I know his gun's really good, but Twitch's is too.
Yeah, exactly. Sledge isn't the best for this map, especially if you do have Ash, but I do like Sledge.
I like him, he's a good operator, but I just feel in this setup, Twitch would be better. The faster fire rate on a gun is so good in the close range. You can still breach just the same walls because you've got the Ash instead. Sledge's hammer is kind of useless, but he has grenades, which I will hand over. Twitch does not, so maybe the grenades are where they're aiming their fire. But we haven't seen them be too effective so far in the game yet either. They're just used to destroy some barbed wire.
Yeah. Little peek into air.
Yeah. looking for these openings.
Very common spot for people to kind of sit that.
Yeah.
So it makes sense looking there. Nothing happened yet though.
No, it's being smoked to make sure it's clear in the main pool.
Someone's pushed cockpit. Thatcher.
Godkin is right down the other end of the plane right now.
You do not want to drop there.
No, roaming player is still down that far
Drawing
side.
down some intel down there, but so he's either going to get shot instantly or you're going to see that. No, I can't go down there.
So checks inside the A bomb. Sees a trap, sees Anthrax in the corner. Does he know where they are on the other side? He's going to go for it. Drops a grenade down. That will go through the door and destroy the frost trap. He's just going to throw his grenade in. Throw his drone into his own grenade. Yeah. Anthrax opens up the kill onto Astonish, though. There we go. First kill for the defending side. Orbit starting out strong.
Push
now
down.
We see them push forward. Kapkan traps on a couple of doors will be killed out, but the shooting is going to allow Zap to know where that thermite is. He puts the charge down. Doesn't even attempted to be stopped by a bandit. Now, they fall back quite a way. Godkin is still behind them, though, in that direction.
Yeah, he could do something big.
He could do a lot of
work.
work
If he even needs to.
It's true. He's got to wait. Got to be patient.
He has no ideas there. Yeah, that's a nice position. Just stay there. Just...
Chinny's in there, goes for the C4, takes down Chinny. Really nicely done. Now looks to flank anyone else, but there's no one else in there. He's being flanked now by Thermite. Can he win up this fight?
Very
Yes,
nice.
he can.
Very nice. Good run.
And this is a secured round for Orbit. 25 seconds on the clock. Glaz has the diffuser. Sledge is out there with him. Blood and Glory does get the first kill for OIP. But there we go.
Well, something different.
The round, yep, something different.
Defense one.
Glaz got the only kill, so there's something. But yes, other than that, defense still win. Oh look, drop down through that hole. What a surprise!
That was hilarious that he threw the C4. He's like, I can't even bother waiting for him to walk past. I'm just gonna throw it.
Yeah, perfect. I know you're in there. I know you're trapped in this.
Yeah,
corner.
yeah, I know. It's just
perfect.
Yeah. He could have waited.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I like it. True. Interesting that no one went to the very bottom of the plane as well. Talking about the previous map. No one did it. Not once.
Well, I think I touched on
it
it
would work
briefly when
in
it was
defense
picked.
anyway.
Yeah, I touched on it briefly. It's actually not as strong as people think, because of how powerful the holes in the top are once that floats up. But the thing with throwing holes in the top on all of these maps is they're only really powerful when you have pressure from multiple angles and really good teamwork.
Yeah.
So it's not always there in matchmaking, so people don't always see it, so that's why the basement of the plane is really good at matchmaking. But in this level, less so they didn't pick it. But, here we go. No trapdoors from the roof to be worried about on this one. But we are upstairs. We will look for some bandit play, I think.
Completely expected.
Some battery tricks onto Thermite.
Super 90.
Can he be more successful with it this time over, though, as we didn't see much success with it last time?
Oh, the bandit thing, yeah.
Yes, exactly, on that wall. That wall is such a big thing for plant locations and just control of the server room as a whole, that if they can stop the thermite charges going off in there, it is pivotal to the round.
Do you think it's a good idea putting the traps in the bandit wire? Because when you see the bandit wire, you kind of look at it, you throw grenades at it. Would you think it would be best putting the traps somewhere other than bandit wire? Because then you've got the bandit wire to slow them, then you've got the traps at the other places, you've got more coverage.
100%. I mean, even if the bandit wire doesn't slow them, as you say, they throw grenades at it, they blow it up, even without looking at what's underneath it. You could completely disguise the trap with the wire. Doesn't matter, they're going to try and destroy the wire.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, I completely agree. It's the same as putting a Kapkan trap on the same door as a frost thing. Or
exactly,
a Kapkan trap.
exactly. You might as well put it around just to slow them down more.
Yeah.
For the most part, they're not really going to get caught by it anyway, it's just going to slow them down.
Yeah, exactly. So why not spread them out and slow them down even more rather than slowing them down? It's not
Maybe
like
people will
stacking
start doing that.
Yeah, it's not like it's a physical slow, it's not like stacking it makes it stronger. They can destroy two in a one fell swoop.
Stacking it makes it impossible to destroy.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then.
That would be a horrible, horrible bug if you couldn't shoot a trap that was under barbed wire.
Here we go for a little mini game of the bandit versus thermite.
Yeah, so
possibly.
One.
Ooh, getting a bit overtense. You are
lots of damage onto bandit already. Where did that come from?
Actually, not sure.
Oh, through the floor
from
underneath.
Yep,
really nicely done. Ash using her charge underneath him there. And the thermite charge starts to go down. But Digital gets destroyed by some C4 quickly. And that is thermite dead instead. So battery tick not required. And those doors are now locked off. So this is really good for the orbit defense.
Yeah, I thought that thermite was going a bit too overzealous. If you saw him looking at that door a bit too much,
yeah,
you're thermite, man. You need to be more careful than that.
He needs someone else there with him.
Yeah.
As it was, Thatcher was miles away. So even if they didn't try and C4 him, if they didn't do all the other crazy stuff, how is he going to get through the batteries without just mistiming them?
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely, completely agree. They needed someone else there. What is the Thatcher doing?
Sure. when he was around there, but he was just late. Orbit grab a second kill now into Astonish, but that one's answered back by Jehu Wish Cash.
Nice.
Gets a second as well onto NP.
Doing all right to say they've lost
spray down there, but he's got it.
Yeah, doing all right to say that they've lost the thermite.
Yep, yeah.
3 on 3. Bandits hurt. They are, well, they've got the advantage.
Those two downstairs roamers dead, but it is still a challenge to get the people upstairs on this bomb site without that hole open. So let's see if they can pull it off. EMP's onto the roof. Still got enough of a range to blow down through to the floor underneath.
They do. Shooting towards Connector, a very known place for you to be.
Grenades under the window in case there's a trap.
Yep. Also if there's a person there.
That too.
Potentially.
It's not uncommon to see a Frost laying right underneath that window with a Super 90.
Well, the Frost is actually quite close.
It's close. EMP coming in as well. Make sure there's nothing else to surprise him underneath that window. Now looking for a possibility to come in. In he comes. Rook onto one side.
Very nice
through two windows at the same time.
That.
Perfect timing, but he walks straight into a Frost trap. Frugal takes him down. Another one in a Frost trap. Frugal gets 2, but Jehu finishes him off. 4 seconds. He's got to get the plant down. Does start it.
He's waiting for him. What are you doing?
Waiting for the possibility.
Now
the call comes out. Now he's going to push for it. Can he find him in time? No, the diffuser goes down. Oh, Jehu was massive. Picking up a huge amount of kills in that round. 4, I think, in total.
That bandit.
If not the ace.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah, 4 in total.
Wow, very nice.
Very, very nice play for him.
Not just 4, he also got the bomb down as well.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned Bandit waiting too long. Like, he knows with that time left, the only way Twitch can win that round is if he gets the plant down. He had to hold it. 2 seconds was not long enough for him to wait for Bandit to arrive. If he'd have waited, he'd have lost. He had to be holding the plant. Bandit ultimately pushed way too late. And the plant goes down.
He must not be looking at the time.
He gets the kill afterwards too. Yeah, I mean, I think he was going with the gamble that he wasn't going to go for the plant. He was waiting for Bandit to push.
But I think he was down there for a while when it said 0, 0, 0, and that means they have to be planted.
Exactly. I mean, like, all Bandit had to do was go to the doorway, sit outside the doorway, and wait for the time to hit 0. Then he knows he can peek and he's got time. Instead, he stayed in the other bomb site, miles away, and it took him 3 seconds to get to the bomb in the end afterwards. That's 3 seconds of free plant.
I think they're still feeling the bite of that plane, personally.
Maybe so, yeah. Just a little bit of overconfidence still there or something along those lines. Just, all right.
Well, not overconfidence, he's just tilting a bit, making them wrong decisions.
I don't want to go as far as to say tilt, I think that's
I mean, it's
professional. They're good. I just think, like, you think, all right, 2 seconds left, it's a bit hectic. He's probably not going to pick up the 2s and plant it. I think we're safe. Oh God, we aren't. Like, that's.
There's the low hole once again we're talking about.
Low hole's good. We saw a big hole up top from the last team, but.
This is going to be the new meta, the low holes a lot.
Low holes are perfect.
Yeah, they're good. And as we say that, he gets a bit higher. Thank you.
Well, he wanted to look out the window and realised he couldn't see out the window
I can see
with the low hole, but yeah.
It still is quite low.
Yeah, it's still definitely low enough to benefit the defenders more than it benefits the attackers. So. Zap roaming on the other side of, well, not roaming on the other side, very aggressively pushing the other side of the map.
The patience of Ash there, but yeah, didn't move.
Gets inside very quickly, but then ultimately slows down very, very fast.
Probably thought they heard if there were anyone there, so they're just going really, really slow now.
Yeah.
To
be fair, like, if you are roaming that side of the map, middle floor is the better spot to be because you can hear people on the roof, you can hear people underneath. So if you are there waiting for someone, sit there in that office area, you get general audio on the whole lot.
Very true.
Ash was waiting to see if he revealed himself, as it was he did. Frost now on the basement floor in the garage. He is spotted out by this drone. Immediately just turns to run and get back to a safe position. Very easy to get locked out of the bomb sites from there, just like that. So as she tries to make her way back up and in, Godkin drops him down, and we see a man advantage for Orbit on the board. Grenades come in from underneath again.
Again, yeah.
Exactly the same thing that they just did.
Yeah, it's different team, isn't it?
Tries to put a battery down as the EMP goes off. Ash runs in underneath.
Nice that.
Throw a smoke grenade. Oh, the shots are coming from both. Neither of them finish each other off, but lots of damage done both players. Damage is done though as far as Orbit concerned. They get the wall blown open.
Slays could have took him if he weren't going for the grenade. He could have got a shot there.
If he didn't pull that smoke grenade out, he could have definitely got the shot off. Don't think he expected Bandit to try and aim back in at him.
Bandit once again really, really hurt. I wonder if we're going to see that a lot more with Ash. It seems to be really effective.
Definitely. Or if
in
not
unison with planting the thermite would be the best idea.
What we've seen a couple of times is defenders actually letting people get into this room.
Yep.
And then when they try and plant, you see 4 up underneath. But it's nice to see the attackers taking advantage of that same position. But Digital is destroying Orbit. They're not paying attention to that other building anymore. They cleared it once and now figured they were safe for good. Not the case. And he gets the next player that was coming to find him. Godkin didn't take into account how speedy and mobile Digital could be on this Jaeger. And he gets straight back across there as Astonished peeks out to finish off NP as well. And what looked really good to begin with from Orbit was destroyed by just a little bit of lacking attention to this other side of the map.
Yeah, nice. Roamers once again. I mean, we see it time and time, don't we?
They thought they were safe. They thought they cleared that side. We saw Zap come in from that building, but he failed.
PickYourPoison, carrying that momentum from that plane. I don't know. Possibly could be a tilt.
So. I don't know how they let him get back across to that side of the map. Like, they came from that direction. Ash came and stood what was effectively underneath.
That's why it was so effective.
Yeah, all she has to do then is just stay either in that room or stay out there where he got that 3rd kill.
That's why it was so effective, because they did come from there. So you've got a roamer coming from a place you thought was clear. That's like the worst thing you can have.
Yeah. That's why it should never happen.
No, definitely not. That's why you can see them 5-man takedowns. Things like that.
As it was, he got 3, and that turned around into a win for PickYourPoison.
Running 2-0.
I'm not going to be happy with that one. Neither of these teams have been picking Rook on the defense here either, which is a thing to note.
Going for maybe Capcan over it, possibly?
I will say Capcan over him, yes, because they're the 3 armor things, but yeah.
Well, you need a bandit.
You need a bandit, you need a Jaeger because of how big this map can be. The smoke is also very, very powerful because of if bandit fails. Frost, I'd argue, yes, the traps can be powerful under a couple of windows, but teams are so adept at killing those off with grenades early these days.
One thing I love with this game is how it keeps evolving. You know where the bandit were, and then the Ash is hitting up there?
Yeah.
Before, that was such a good place for the bandit, but now it's actually not that good.
Yeah.
So it's really nice that's the beautiful thing about how you can shoot from the top, shoot from the bottom, shoot through walls, because it completely changes the play once you get a really good understanding of where people are going to be. It's
something we've started to see these last week specifically, and the end of last week the North American PC games, and now the start of this week with the Xbox games. Players have started to realize this map is full 360. Aiming up and down and shooting through roofs and shooting through floors is a part of this game, as opposed to everyone was really, oh, I can shoot through walls, I can shoot through walls. That came pretty quickly, but floors and roofs, that's just starting to be developed.
Progressing, yeah, and it's making a massive difference. I mean, taking away where that bandit is, and that bandit completely stops the thermite push. It's massive, that.
Yeah,
how can you stop him now? How can you stop that thermite push?
Well, what they need is someone there on that floor below, which in this case is Godkin, to stop the Ash shooting up through the floor. He can't do it. The Ash has shot up through the floor again and blown that hole. So
it didn't hurt him too much, but it still hurt him.
No, but yeah, and more importantly, even though he didn't take damage this time, while he is planting the battery, she can shoot underneath him again if she times it right. So she's got to be very, very cautious of that while he tries to plant. Astonished picking up the kill onto NP, and suddenly the defenders have 2 men down as he gets a second one. Both of the downstairs roamers dead, but Godkin's down there. Didn't see him. Goes for the late shot, takes his feet off. He's got C4 out. Don't go outside that door.
Oh, C4
blown away. Godkin baits Astonished forward, but he still grabbed 2 kills, and that's important for him. Slight spectate poke, we'll report that.
Yeah, the flash ready, everything just
Godkin takes a lot of damage for it. Kenobi, though, underneath the window, finds Anthrax, takes him down.
Nice. Just going to roll in, okay.
Yep, straight on in he goes. Frugal is being killed off in that corridor outside as well, and now they realize they're safe to plant in the A site. Godkin is downstairs, the caller's already come out. He'd C4 to player down there.
Yeah.
And will not be able to get back up those stairs. 3 rounds to nothing in favor of PickYourPoison.
Not feeling good for Orbital now, is it?
Not at all.
This is a bad lead. They need to just... I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it was to do with playing. I don't want to say that because I'm only guessing, but...
No, like, let's look at it. Orbit, up until now, have won a single map and lost 10 more rounds than they had successfully won. So winning 5 maps on plane had already just about doubled their current win round ratio. They are not a strong team. As much as I hate to say it, they are not that strong.
What about PickYourPoison? How close are they?
PickYourPoison, 18 rounds to 20. They'd only lost 2 rounds more than they'd won. So their games have been very, very close up to this point, despite not looking so on their current.
So PickYourPoison are really showing that they know this map. Yep. We've picked a map, we know this map.
Exactly. Judging on previous scoring, Orbit are meant to be the weakest squad. Judging on their current play, it is showing that they are the weakest squad. For now. They are certainly showing signs of improvement, and their playing was very impressive. If they were that weak, it doesn't matter how good the playing is as a defending squad. You can still lose that if you're a bad team. So they were holding their own, they were doing strong there. They've got some nice moments in this, and they are getting the right positions, but look at these 2 rounds they just lost to attackers. It was Jehu with some crazy Famous play winning those autophones, and then Astonished there getting those 2 kills downstairs.
If we do look at it this way, and say if they do go 5-0 on this map, maybe it is a good idea that they go for plane, because they actually did do quite good on plane compared to this.
Yep.
So even that they lost, they still did so much better than they've done this map. And this map is a more known map as well, so maybe going for that map what not many people know is a good idea for them.
Very possibly, yeah. But again, I don't want to say they've done awfully here. As we mentioned, it's just a couple of little things that they've fallen apart. Letting one roamer slip through the gaps, getting one guy get 4 kills in a row, which arguably, looking at the way Jehu got a couple of those kills, he got headshots before he'd even aimed down sight. There was a lot of luck involved in his
More than half the team is on the board yet, which kind of hurts, but they are doing the assists. Ooh.
Orbit Godkin gets himself on, actually he was on the board before, but thanks to roaming, takes down Digital, so opens up the kills for his squad.
Very nice.
Now they start to make a move in, so that's 1 roamer down, but now as we mentioned before, the key thing they let happen last time round was let a 2nd roamer get across to this side of the building and shoot them in the back while they were pushing the bomb site. They cannot let that happen again.
They're getting close, so you do not want to get too close to Frost, as we have seen time and time again.
It's a... oh, it's almost closer. Above. They didn't have a bandit this time around. Never mind. I'm seeing things. I'm smoking. I'm not.
It's working the wacky-backy.
It put me asleep this time, I think. Yeah, they're pushing into Frost's hands. They need to be careful trying to go up the stairs, otherwise she could peek behind them and tear them apart. I like this. Getting in around behind. They don't know whether they have a bandit or not, so they're looking for a different angle to get in. Oh, nice Godkin again, getting Chinny Kenobi. 2 kills now for Godkin, opening up the defense.
Very well.
He is, definitely.
Some nice aim to
this connector.
Nice momentum, nice aim.
Pushes him back. Jehu, though, starts the kills on the board for PickYourPoison, taking down Zap. Just finished off the board. Blood and Glory gets NP at the bottom of the stairs too, and Astonished finishes off Godkin's killing spree. Suddenly, Orbit have lost their man advantage.
I thought he did a nice pick there as well.
He was very close to,
yeah, it was Frost.
Grenade through one side doesn't do a whole lot. Fugel is still droning around downstairs. Anthrax now picks up his own drone.
All of a sudden, 2v1. It was a nice attack as well.
Yeah. Into the A side they go. Gonna get the plant down. Everyone for the attacking team are kind of spread out here, to be fair, but they can drop through. Oh, nice shot, Fugel, after Jehu drops through that hole in the floor.
But it is.
Now he knows there's one behind him, but it's Frost. Sprints straight into her crosshairs.
To Frost, especially if you're not even looking at her.
No. I thought he must have known that she was there. He can't have known that she was there if he's going to sprint around the corner like that. Yeah. He thought thought she was further away than she actually was.
Bit brutal. He didn't need that many shots.
Yeah.
And match point.
Match point.
Wow, that was quick.
That stinks. It was not a bad round.
But I do take it back about the plane after seeing this map. It does seem like it probably will be a good map for them to go with.
True.
Well, they did a lot better, didn't they?
Yeah.
So all they need to do is work on that attack, and it could actually be a really strong map for them. So yeah, keep working on that, I'd say, after seeing this.
Yes, exactly. And as I said, that Montaigne play, if they just refined it, would have won the round.
I think it's a smart idea.
Yeah, the fact that they only tried it once is what upsets me a little bit, because if they'd have tried that a couple more times on attack, that could have given them the 1 attack round they needed. It was very close. With a little bit more practice, it could very easily be executed.
Yeah, and say like if they aren't that good at other maps compared to other people, if they can always win that plane, and especially if they win it convincingly,
yeah,
they could end up winning
a point on the board.
Yeah, always a point. But imagine if it's a 5-0, and then on the other one it's like 5-1 or whatever. They're still getting that
Yeah,
big
exactly.
point at the start, aren't they?
5 seconds to insertion.
So yeah,
every
definitely.
little map helps.
I think it makes sense now. It's all kind of coming together.
Attackers have
I'm
recovered
understanding
their
why they're going for that weird
Attackers
map.
are moving out to locate a bomb and
I think
defuse it.
anyway.
We'll see whether they
Attackers drop the
continue or not.
diffuser.
They got to play out the rest of this one first, whether it be 1 round or whether it be another 6 rounds.
I'm thinking until this. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's good things to think about. We'll just think about it later.
Yeah.
After this map, it's completely
Once
fine.
it's done.
Yeah.
When it had fought, it's fact.
So they are playing very, very static this time, waiting for the push to come out of Pick Your Poison.
Nice little spot for Frost.
Will C4 actually gets Astonished down. He's not going to know this,
Wow.
but that was a long-range C4. I'd like to
Where
know
the
how
hell
he
was
put that off. Was someone on cameras and spotting the location, or was that just a random chance?
Yeah, it must have been camera.
No, Jehu's inside. Yeah, it must have been the camera inside.
I mean, you could hear them break through.
Yeah, but you hear them on the camera.
That was really
and then just blow
stylish.
it. Yeah, very nice. Unfortunate for him, he didn't quite get the kill, just the down. But Anthrax will pick out, get off Chinny Kenobi, but Jehu is there again to answer. That guy's been on fire on this map. Takes out Anthrax in reply. Now they're starting to make their way across to the other side of the map. Across this bridge, straight into Godkin's hands, though, if they're not careful.
And we know Godkin can, you know, he's good.
Yep, he's had a couple of good kills. He's used his C4.
Ooh, see that?
Peeks across, there we go,
He's a
Astonish
decent player,
down.
Godkin.
Thanks to Astonish being on low health, he gets the kill nice and quick as well. Doesn't take any damage himself.
He's got some nice peaks. You can see when they're decent players. Godkin definitely is.
I mean, I don't want to give him too much praise there. Like, he shot the guy's kneecaps off.
Yeah, but
So
we have seen him do some.
Yeah,
nice
we have
things.
seen him do
Like,
some
what
other
is his
things.
score?
Yes, definitely.
It's 6-4.
Yes, 6-4. Jehu now making his way across the bridge. Godkin comes
Yeah,
out in the
very
garage,
smart.
starts to fire onto
Oh.
Thermite. Can't
Come
get
on,
the
Godkin. I
kill.
just said nice things about you.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a good idea, though.
No,
You
good
know,
idea,
again,
and he does do a
doesn't
lot
matter.
of damage. Now he tries to find Jehu,
Oh,
dodges
okay.
around most of the shots, but Jehu finishes him off before he gets the reload in.
But this Frost should definitely take.
Frugal
This
upstairs
guy.
sees him, goes for the shots. Oh, he
Oh,
takes him
wow.
solo, but can't finish him either. Jehu, how are you getting away with this?
Give away
Forces
the
Frost to
position
back
as well.
upstairs as well. Thermite's still alive, but 45 seconds, and there is not a lot of health on these attacking players. Thatcher has the diffuser though, and thankfully for them, he's on full health, so maybe they can make use of that. Everyone though, still being passive in this defending team. 30 seconds. Smoke is there to hold them off and still has 3 smoke charges left, I believe. Can they make use of that? Through a window, MP takes out Digital. That's really, really good for Orbit. Looking for their first round on the board.
They could actually get this.
They could. 17
Health is
seconds,
very
and the
low.
smoke is still being used to block out this diffuser entry. Comes straight in
Takes
through the
him.
door, but Orbit MP will finish him.
All to
Jehu
do
gets
with,
one.
and it does take him.
Google finishes him off. There we go. Round
nice.
5. 1 on the board for Orbit. Is it the beginnings of the epic comeback?
What do you think?
I don't think it is, to be fair. In the nicest possible way.
They got
now
around.
have to attack.
They got around.
But yes, they got around. They cannot be completely disappointed with this.
No, it's nice.
Jehu, though, he's just dismantling them. Know how the way that they finished him? He was distracted with one.
Godkin made 2 really good reads.
Yep.
If his aim were just a bit better after I said his aim were nice,
Yes.
he would have had them 2 kills.
Yep, if he'd have got Thermite and stayed alive,
Would have been a
because of it,
free kill
that'd
of
have
that.
been an even stronger round. They still won the round, but yes, like it would have been even better for them if he'd
Attackers need to
have played
locate
that.
and defuse as many
Still
bombs as
looking
they can.
good. Fugel pushing up there. Wow, look at.
Jehu is the one-man army in this map. Right now.
Yeah, wow.
He's just stomping.
We definitely should
ground.
check that guy out then. Wait, that's something.
He's on the other teammate.
Where is?
There we go.
Oh, it is him.
It's him that's planting
Come off.
cross trap within barbed wire, so we're not keen on that idea. But this one under the window is quite important. Force him to use a grenade at the very least. As we now start to see
5 seconds remaining.
take up his final position for the opening of this round.
Attackers recovered
One
the bomb
trap down
diffuser.
here in a slightly
Attackers
more
objective is to
surprising
locate a
spot.
bomb
See if he
and
catches
defuse it.
anyone off guard.
Spread them out more.
Yes.
It's nice. That's what we were talking about before, isn't it? Spread them out a bit more.
A couple of doors start getting torn down, but they're still by his team at the moment. Saw him go into the basement, into the garage beforehand, but he got spotted out by a drone pretty quickly. This time around, going just a little way down the stairs, the whole route. Orbit. Still droning, still looking for most of these positions, checking the other building.
Hello.
I found one.
The thing about Frost is it doesn't really matter if you find her, because she's still got that shock. She's still going to be in the positions which give her the massive advantage. So even if you push her, she's going to have a bit of an advantage on you. I mean, intel's always good, but Frost's usually going to places where you're going to have to be close range.
Yeah. So you're forced to use something like a grenade or something else on those rounds.
Wow.
To displace her. Oh, does take out extra. Takes a lot of trouble for it, and in the time, Godkin blasts him through the wall. Really nice play by
I'm really glad we saw that.
Yeah, that was
funny.
nice.
It was
that
funny.
was important as well.
Yeah, you just really want to get that thrown. And get shots through.
Did take him just over a minute's worth of time to get it done, but now they've got that man advantage as one defender down. And the rest of these guys are on the bomb sites, holding patiently. Oh, Anthrax doesn't know how close he came to getting his head blown clean off there by Kenobi.
I think he's been close to a few. Look at that.
Looking to get this charge on the wall, does start to put it down, and Bandit wasn't quite ready. Can he get it off in time? No, it does get destroyed. Battery is finished, but they lost another player in that meantime, so it is still 3 against 5 now for the defending team. Trying to get rid of this Bandit. Twitch is on the window. Godkin gets another kill right at the back of the room. Digital is dropped, so only 2 defenders left now. Sledge is doing work here. Astonished will kill off Zach in the stairwell. He's trying to take out this barbed wire. Does do so with the second attempt. 45 seconds.
Bandit's on really low health.
Yeah, very low, but there's only one thermite charge left. Still one player in the B room, holding this angle tightly. Fugel takes down Astonished, so that's Bandit gone. Now it's all on Castle, and Fugel will finish him off too.
Very nice Fugel.
Orbit grab themselves a second round. 5 rounds to 2.
Fugel's really picking
Suddenly
it up.
it's looking better for them when they can win an attack round that convincingly. Certainly feels like they've found their stride.
Just look at Fugel and Godkin, man. Just look at them. Have you seen them?
Okay, let me rephrase that. Fugel and Godkin have found their stride. They did so much work on that
8
round.
and 5. Yeah, they're doing a lot. And we've still got Jehu.
Yeah, Jehu not grabbing a single kill that round, which was a big deal. Godkin finishing him off when he did was huge.
I think he got too distracted with that drone. He really wanted to get rid of it, didn't he? Yeah, that was a bit silly.
Yeah. And what's important is that he sat in the same spot. We've seen PC players get distracted by drones, but they can sprint around while they kill it. He had to just sit on the spot while he tried to shoot that down. As a result, with the scan coming through, easy headshot through the wall from Godkin. So, defense swap up again for Orbit. Can they hold it? They are in which room now? I think it's the kitchen and the map room now. Defense location. As they successfully defended the server room upstairs previously. Can they hold on to this? We'll wait and see. We did see a fuse switched into the lineup then for the attacking PickYourPoison squad.
I mean, if anything, at least they're getting points. Now, even if they do win this next one, at least Orbital have got this 2 points. If they win another 3 points, it's just adding up in it. Because it isn't all about wins-loss. Obviously, you want wins-loss, but it's about points as well, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're going to be in this low-point system, you're going to be drawing with quite a few teams, as this league seems to be sitting up. North American teams and the lower ladders are on very even numbers. So, might as well get the round win-loss ratio in your favor, and you're going to have to draw. Fuse, of course, picked then because they can now take control of the server room, control room upstairs, fuse down into this bomb site from below, or there, where Astonished was standing. He is now reinforcing, but that could have been a situation for them to use. Fugel takes down Astonished while he's in the middle of... No, I like... Fugel takes down Astonished all the same. Ash finished off from range. I believe that's the same doorway as before in the other building. They wait for him to bear it down, and then they blow it. Got him again.
Very close.
I mean, it's the same teammate. That's why I heaved. Wasn't looking to kill him, but it was still very close. One attacker's gone. See if we can actually make use of this fuse on the floor above, or if he's going to be finished off before he gets there. As is something we've actually seen a couple of times. Teams playing this fuse, not being able to make use of it. There we go though, Jehu does take use of this one. MP goes down, and that's the man advantage nullified. Orbit now back to 4 defenders. Jaeger was finished off well in the kitchen. It's a very tight space for him to try and get out of against this fuse. But the rest of the attacking players aren't really inside the map at all yet. And, well, it does mean Jehu has to back on outside after just using that one fuse charge. A lot of the windows have opened up. Blood and Glory takes down Zap, and that's another defender down because 2 players are on the top floor and they were spotted out by the drones. So they're now being hunted down. Sledge goes on up there, will lose out that fight. Godkin finishes off Chinny Kenobi, but takes half of his health and damage in the process. Now he's hiding from Blood and Glory, who's also up here. The flashbang comes out. He's going to hide from that. Look through the hole in the wall. Does take down Blood and Glory, and that's the diffuser, which is huge.
It is.
Is there anyone else up here? No. Digital is coming in from the floor downstairs, and it's only Fuse is actually left standing and not down but not out.
Wow.
So, stairs is being covered now by multiple players. Jehu has to make his way up there to the diffuser or kill 3 people in 40 seconds. He's got a decision to make. Finds Fugel, finishes him off as he's looking the wrong direction, but Bandit's now shooting him in the side of the head.
Gets him in the back.
And the trap is what finishes him off ultimately. Sorry, Anthrax finishes him off.
Yeah.
Fugel is in the trap here as he came in through the window. That's what
Wow, this comeback. What's happening? I did not see this.
I don't know, but I love it. Orbit have definitely turned up now.
Well played to them. I really didn't see this coming.
No, the way this map started, I don't think anyone did. One more map, or one more round rather, take it to overtime.
Overtime, yeah. Again.
We've got to attack that server room or control room again there. Got to go to the top floor. The easier bomb site to defend by many people's standards. Definitely the first one everyone chooses. Can they pull it off? Jehu with that shotgun has done work in the past, but in the last round they tried to defend up here. He was killed very, very early on, and that gave the round on a silver platter to Orbit. Can he stay alive this time? Can he be an impact this time? Or will he be finished off again? We'll have to wait and see. Slightly different trap locations again. None under the windows this time over. Just 2 on this stairwell.
Slow the push on the stairs, I guess.
Makes it very hard for you to come up the stairs in any kind of a rush. And as a result, it makes it very easy for you to be picked off as you're coming up those stairs. There goes one under the last one.
Wow. Fugel and Godkin, seriously.
Yeah, Fugel and Godkin have just figured out exactly how to tear apart this Pick Your Poison team. 4 kills in that last round between the 2 of
It's
them.
like a very carry game, this one.
Definitely so. But don't matter how you win, as long as you win.
Yeah, so definitely.
As they start to make their way in again. Underneath, they start to make holes in the floor. Godkin doesn't have an explosive though, so it's just doing it with bullets, and that's not so effective. A little bit more dangerous. Ash is close by, should be able to help him out in a moment. Ash comes up underneath, spray comes down from Astonished. They spray back. Ash makes a hole. Doesn't do any damage, but as we mentioned before, it doesn't matter. Now the hole is there, it's dangerous for him to try and start planting those batteries.
Have recovered their diffuser.
I think if they weren't shooting, they just Ash, they probably would have hit the bandit.
Possibly so.
Because the shooting were making him move away.
He goes through, mate.
So
No batteries on his side right now. He gets to pick whichever wall he wants.
Bandit's
for
too
the left one.
preoccupied.
Bandit, is staring at the hole in the floor. Doesn't even try and get the battery down. Backs away, keeps his health up, keeps his life safe, and lets that hole get blown open. Now, can they get any kills through it, or will it be locked down well enough?
I'm just watching Godkin and Fugel then.
Still got a smoke. Yeah. Still got a smoke to try and lock that door out a little bit longer. That's 30 seconds they can lock it off when there's only a minute 15 left on the clock. Grenade coming up to the top of the stairs.
That trap? Yeah, it
does see the other trap.
He probably got the Uber with a grenade.
I'd like to think he does, yeah. Otherwise he could be in trouble. Looking to make his way up. No one on the floors below for the defending squad now. Everyone is up in the server and control room. There's a minute now on the clock. That trap didn't get destroyed. He's got to be careful.
You'll see it.
There we go, does see it. Takes it out, but there's still lots of barbed wire there for him to deal with. And now the smokes are going off outside that already destroyed entranceway. So that delaying is beginning. No kills yet, again, for either squad. Smoke's going in now from Ash as well. The diffuser is in Fugel's hand. He's actually pushing into a kind of dangerous position with it. Now he feels safe to go in. The smokes are coming down and through.
But he is playing really, really well. So.
Right inside the smoke, but there's a danger smoke coming out as well. And another one. Zap will peek outside the door. And he gets down,
He's
finished by the
player
smoke.
To die.
He is a huge
You don't
one
want
to die.
Godkin down.
Digital
you do
grabbed
not
the
want
kill as
Godkin.
well. Jimmy Kenobi is thrown
Takes
in the
one.
corner, finished off by Godkin. Digital now at the back behind
Oh,
the
he's
server.
down.
There's
This
downs
could
as
be
well.
it.
Zaps finished off by Blood and Glory.
It's
It's
all
all
up
on
to NP.
NP. Tries to pistol one player, looks for Astonished,
And
can't
GG.
finish him. Down they go.
Fugal, Godking went down. It was sadly kind of over.
Didn't quite land as many traded back kills as they had done or needed to.